Good morning. Well, let's see. It says I'm live. So this is round two today for me. Let's just check. For some reason, the previous live didn't go live. So, yay. Woohoo. We have connection. Well, thank you for your patience. So, let's find our seat and take a sip of water here. Well, that was interesting. My first YouTube live that didn't go live this morning. So I'm glad to be live finally. And welcome. So whether today is your day 6. I know we have been here longer than 6 days. It's like 28 days live on YouTube. And congratulations for finding your seat. And thank you, Aaron and Jim, for letting me know I wasn't live. I was wondering why Rob came into my office this morning to meditate. That was interesting. Yeah. So here we are. Good. Yay. So planting your feet on the ground, just feeling the earth. We live in a pretty cool universe. Anyway, feel the earth below you, supporting you. Sitting up nice and tall. With your spine fairly erect. We want to be loose enough, but tall enough to breathe optimally. So inhaling and exhaling can happen easily when we're sitting nice and tall, as if we're sitting on a throne. So you can place your elbows dangling by your side, palms on your thighs, and just notice how your breath is in this moment right now. And I will invite a bell. You're welcome to close your eyes to go inward. Just notice your breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Bringing in that calm throughout the entire body as we breathe in and breathe out, giving our mind a focal point, using the breath as that point of concentration. By doing so, we allow all the discursive thinking to just melt away, allowing the thinking mind to rest and let go of any thoughts of the past or the future. And coming home to this present moment with our breath. We can observe the mind more easily in a seated meditation. We can observe thoughts coming and going. We can become more familiar with habitual thinking patterns and release those patterns that don't serve us. We can become new in each moment. Each present moment allows us to choose again. Maybe choose differently. So this is the point of our practice, is to become aware of our thoughts and know that we have free will to choose our thoughts and choose our beliefs, so we can kind of toss into the recycle bin or trash can any thoughts or beliefs that don't serve our purpose, our happiness and joy. We have full autonomy to choose as long as we become aware. So when we're not aware of our thoughts, we are just reacting in a habitual manner. So this practice is to really relish the empowerment and free will that we have to stay present in the here and the now, becoming new again in each moment of life. So coming to that breath, inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Just notice the feeling of the air entering the body and the feeling of the air exiting the body through the nose. Inhaling peace, exhaling calm. Fully relaxing the body to just enjoy this present moment. By enjoying this present moment, we are paving the path for each moment to come. Inhaling, I know I'm alive. Exhaling, I am home. We'll have some time for silence, and I'll just gently guide you back to the breath, which you may be able to hold steady, but if not, no judgment. It's all perfectly in good order. Sometimes there's a lot happening in the mind, so it takes a little bit to settle, and we just notice that, notice the thinking, and then gently guide our attention, our focus for the mind back to the breath, home base. Just allowing our body, our mind, our spirit to settle into right now. Just observing the breath as you inhale. Feel this beautiful moment. And as you exhale, feel your presence expanding. Just bringing that smile to the face, relaxing the entire facial muscles, breathing in, breathing out. Present moment, wonderful moment. Breathing in joy, breathing out peace. Allowing the body, the mind, and the spirit to be fully present in the here and the now. Inhaling, I am love. Exhaling, I am home. Present moment, beautiful moment. Inhaling, feeling the breath. Exhaling. Relaxing fully into this moment. Letting go of any thoughts of the past or future. And allowing ourselves to just be here 100% fully. Relishing this moment. Breathing in peace. Breathing out joy. You did it. And thank you for letting me know about the disconnection issue. I'm so glad you're here. And what we are doing, if anyone is joining us for the first time, this is a guided mindfulness practice, a seated meditation, which is one of the most challenging things I think I've ever done. When I first started, I wanted to jump up at certain times, feeling like there were things to do, places to go, people to see. But as you settle in and practice a daily practice, it becomes quite compelling because it sets the tone for the rest of our life, for the rest of our day. And by being here, present fully now, we learn to take that into every moment throughout the day in any particular activity or practice that we have, or whatever you want to do. It can be a mindfulness practice. And what we are doing here is building space between thoughts so that during our day, if there is a stimulus that will produce some sort of reaction or response, we have more time to choose that response, to choose something that we, are proud of. We are human, so we're not going to be, we're not going to be perfect in our responses at all times. But this practice is a way to build space between thoughts so that we have more free will and more choices than whatever our habitual ways of the past have been. And those past habitual ways are no longer valid, really, unless we hang on to habitual thinking, modes of thinking. So we hang on to those typically because we're unaware of them, and we can become more aware of our habitual ways of responding to certain things by sitting and watching our mind and its activity. And as we watch, whether it's typically going into a past memory or a future possibility, we can just gently guide it back to the breath and build this concentration, build this ability to be present and aware in this moment. So it is definitely a practice, and it's not easy. So the fact that you made it to your seat, again, you're over 50% there just by sitting and finding a seat, because that is typically the challenge. We want to, find excuses often, or maybe you don't, but I have found excuses as to why I don't have time. And, time, as many say, is an illusion. So we've kind of made that up, but is the matter of time in our practice, it can be as brief as 1 minute. And that 1 minute can set the entire day in a different direction than had we not chosen to sit for 1 minute. So 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, that's plenty of time for a daily practice. Some people meditate for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hours. But that's, the experts say 10 minutes is plenty of time. So if you're feeling short of time, just know that any amount of time is a practice. And if you can sit and just become aware of the feeling of the body or the urge to, get up and go do that to-do list, just become aware of it, notice it. Sometimes you might want to get up and go do that thing. Or another practice I have used when I was starting out and noticing there was a lot of mental activity, or there was this urge to want to follow a thought because I was afraid I might forget that thought. You can keep a notepad by your side and just jot down those thoughts as you're sitting in your practice. If you're getting caught up in wanting to, hold on to something because you don't want to forget about that thing that is so important that you're going to do later. So, if you jot it down, you've got a note by your side and then you can release that thought more easily. So sometimes it's the challenge is letting go of the stories that are playing in our mind, because we can justify why we are thinking about something in particular. So a notepad can help. And otherwise, congratulations on making it to either day 6 of your 11-day challenge or day 28 of this 111-day challenge that I am working on doing here live, if I can ensure that I'm live. So I appreciate the text, Jim. Thank you. And I got to have a double meditation this morning, so I'm feeling a little guilty about that. No, you are welcome to practice, more than once a day, or you can sit in silence before I'm here live, or sit in silence after I end this live, if you're just enjoying the moment. And some people really want the silence, and I'm leading more of a guided meditation. So in a typical meditation place or hall or whatever, there's going to be a lot more silence. Typically, not always. Sometimes there are guided meditations, but I want to make this as easy and as practical as possible. And most people don't go to a meditation hall necessarily, and that's not necessary either. We can do this at any point. We could do this sitting at the light, waiting for the light to change. We can just sit and be with our breath, noticing our body, calming down. So that's the point, is to make this practice practical and easy to bring into any particular activity. So I've talked a lot. Good morning. It's good to be here with you. Thank you for joining me. And I love you. And I love this space that we're sharing in presence, building our presence together and enjoying the moment. So namaste. The divine in me greets and bows to the divine in you. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow.